Okay, let's talk Mario Kart Wii. Now, if you're still playing Mario Kart Wii, you've probably heard of the mod CTGP. Dang, that rhymes in everything. I'm hitting bars. What CTGP did is because, you know, the Wii servers went down, this sexy chap right here made a mod to reignite the servers again. Simple stuff, right? Well, hey, if you're one of those people that are like, man, I really like the modding stuff in Mario Kart Wii. I really wish there was more of that. Yeah, well, there is, dummy. It's called Mario Kart Midnight, and it's free. I've been saying it for weeks now. You need this mod. I'm not joking when I say that this mod is by far the best mod out there, rivaling even the almighty CTGP mod. This mod not only has been able to give me tons and tons of enjoyment, but also my entire Discord community as well. I kid you not, we downloaded this mod pack about 2 weeks ago, and we just cannot stop playing it. Now, hold on a second, okay? I know how crazy it sounds, but just hear me out, okay? Like, I'm not even joking. When I first started playing this game, I had the exact same skepticism you probably do right now, and I respect that. That's smart. But just listen here, Buster, because it can and it does. This mod has no right being as good as it is. And yet I see like 10 people max on it at a time, and it just pisses me off. So yeah, in this video, I'm gonna be spreading awareness. We need more people to get on Midnight Mario Kart, and I'm gonna explain why right here, right now. Okay, let's start with how much freaking effort these guys put into this. Like, just a quick example, did you guys know that Daisy Hills has working custom weather? One lap it'll be dark and gloomy, and then the next it'll be bright and shining. Like, these developers went through a crazy amount of effort that you won't even notice. The tracks are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. We Play Tanks, Daisy Hillside, and Wii DK Summit are my top 3 courses of all time. And it's not even to do with the fact that I always love those courses anyway. It's just how much detail is put into all those courses and how goodly implemented the shortcuts are into it, and just I think overall I've only played like 2 or 3 courses that were mid. It's just uncanny how every single course is just a banger. And there's also courses that you wouldn't even expect in there that are actually really well implemented. You have freaking Sonic races in there. You have freaking the Backrooms. You have Stereo Madness from Geometry Dash. And literally all of them are fun courses as well. Like, I enjoyed every single one of them genuinely. For example, did you know that the Backrooms has no map on it? That is so cool. It actually feels like a freaking maze. Or Stereo Madness. You hit like one of those little spiky things, you die. You actually die. I don't know, man. There's just so much cool information and such good detail that it just makes the game so much more fun. You go onto CTGP and it's like, oh, Mushroom Peaks, Six King Labyrinth. I know I'm gonna get hate for this one, but Star Slope. Now at Lemon Milk, I am much more proper, and I like to have my own purposeful room open. Does this mod support that? You bet your bottom dollar it does. Now I will say worldwide is definitely where it's at. I think because the mod is just barely new, there isn't really much to do on the fun rooms. There's no like KO tournaments or anything like that, which I know a lot of y'all into, but that's okay because this mod is just starting out. I'm pretty sure that if they see us supporting and backing them up and be like, hey, you guys are doing great, they will eventually implement that kind of stuff into this. But obviously it just takes time, you know? It just slowly but surely takes time. And that doesn't mean that the coding is complete trash either. Like, they still have some really good stuff on here. Did I mention that TCs are completely different now? Complete props to the developers, man, because they, wow. They not only made the thunderclouds make you big instead of small, but they also completely retextured it too. Like, how? Not to mention they added fast falling and brake drifting into this. And yes, thank you. And it's not just on that 200cc either. No, it's on 150cc as well as 200cc. Oh yeah, that also brings me to another point. They don't have 100cc in this at all. They instead implemented 200cc, which I really like. I think that that's such a great addition to this. Because with 100cc, you just start feeling, you know, lethargic and draggy, and it's just like, ugh. come on. Especially since some of those courses are designed for 200cc, so it just feels right. These guys were so good at coding that they decided to just pop off and just make every single custom track have its own custom music. Like, what the actual heck? Again, this mod is just great. Give it a shot, please. You have to. Lemon milk, so how do I get this? Well, my little sexy friend. See, I'ma hook you up with the good stuff, okay? You go down into my description below, you'll see a link. Click that, download it, and without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all to Zero, who will be helping you throughout this entire video on how to get this mod. Also, his channel will be in the description below. He's also a cool YouTuber, so go subscribe to him.
Thanks, Lemon. For the video, you are going to need 3 items. Either a Wii, Wii U, or Dolphin emulator. Then you are going to need an SD card with 2GB to 32GB, and then you're going to need a PC with an SD card reader. The timestamps for the Wii, Wii U, and Dolphin tutorial are posted above. Now let's get going into the video. Alright, the first thing you're going to want to do is go into your Wii settings and make sure that your version is on 4.3U. After that, you're going to go right once and then go to the Internet tab. And then you're going to go to the console settings tab, and then you're going to make sure you have a wireless connection shown. After that, you're going to go back and go to your console information and type in the MAC address. Do not show people this MAC address, it is important information. After that, you're going to go onto your PC or computer and you're going to insert your SD card. Make sure you have an SD card that has at least 2GB of SD card footage and up to 32. After that, you're going to go to please.hackme.com and you're going to select the version that you have, which ours will be 4.3U, and then you're going to type your MAC address in. Once you're done with that, you are going to hit I am not a robot and then cut the wire that you want. I already have mine downloaded, so it's already good to go. And as you can see, it is downloaded at the bottom left. But you are going to need a zip extractor because the folder is a zip file, so I used WinRAR. That is the one that I used, and all I'm going to do here is I'm going to extract the files onto my PC, and then I'm going to put them all back in the SD card. So I am just renaming the folder currently, and then I'm going to drag and drop the files that are in WinRAR into the folder. This might take a little bit of a second, but it should be relatively quick. Okay, so now I have all the files onto desktop, and I'm going to drag and drop them inside of the SD card. And once you're done with that, you can eject the SD card and put it back into your Wii. And now I'm under the mail section, and if you go back 2 days, you will find the letter bomb file. All you have to do is click it, hitting A, and it should put up this sketchy signs and numbers and stuff, but your Wii will be okay. This also might take a little bit of a second to load up. Well, once it says hit 1 to continue, you will be good. It takes about 15 to 20 seconds, I say, until that file is good to go. And there you go, press 1 to continue. You're gonna continue on, and you're gonna hit continue once more, once you get to the HackMe installer. And then you're going to go to install the Homebrew channel. And what the Homebrew channel allows you to do is it allows you to play Riivolution and download it and run it onto your Wii and install the app. So we need the Boot Me app first, or the Homebrew app, in order to get Riivolution. So as you can see, the Homebrew app ended up launching. And we can now leave and exit our Wii and go back. Go to exit to system menu. And then it's going to relaunch your Wii. And as you can see, the Homebrew channel is now on your Wii. So that is the first step. You absolutely need to get the Homebrew channel first. And now we are going to install Riivolution, which allows us to play Mario Kart Midnight. If you go over there to the right of the screen and hit download, you can go up top now to download Riivolution. It is another zip file. Again, you are going to need WinRAR or a zip extractor. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to double click on it. It'll open up your WinRAR, and then you're going to drop the files again on a designated spot on your PC. I like to use desktop, I get to see the files. Alright, and now the files are on there. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a new folder on your SD card titled Apps. This is super important in order for it to run. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to open up the Riivolution folder, like I'm doing now. And I'm closing it and reopening it just to make sure real quick. And you're going to drag and drop all those files into the apps folder. And as you can see, the files are now on it. Now after that, you're going to eject your SD card and go back to the Wii Homebrew channel that you have added. And inject your SD card. And now you can see you have the Riivolution patcher on there. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to load it. It'll launch up. It might take a little bit of a second. It should take about 5 to 10 seconds. And then the Riivolution will load. So as you can see, it says loading right now. And this one is on mine, so it's going to say Formula Kart Wii. But yours will say it will not have anything, and you can hit the install button and it'll install Riivolution onto your main page on your Wii. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to exit out after hitting install. And the Riivolution tab should be on your Wii. And now what you're going to want to do is get on your browser and type in Mariokart Midnight. Go to the right side of the screen and download the Mega Full version. Or if you have a very small SD card, I recommend doing the No Music pack. It just saves a little bit of space. I'm going to do the full music version just for the sake of the video. Alright, and this might take a little bit of a second to download. All you have to do is hit install right there and it'll start a download through Mega. And again, this is another zip file, so you will need an extractor, like I've been saying. And here it goes. It's going to take a little bit of a second. Alright, and we're good to go. And I'm going to just show in folder. And I will drag and drop this onto my PC. There you go, and we're gonna open it, highlight both sections, and drag and drop. It's gonna take a little bit of a second because Mega does have a huge file, and the Midnight folder is very big as well. It's about 1.2 gigs itself, so it might take a little bit of a second. Alright, and now the folders are on your desktop. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to double highlight both of them and drop them back onto your SD card. Again, this will take a little bit. This is sped up, and it should take about 10 minutes-ish to 5. Nothing terribly long at all. And then once you're done with that, you can eject your SD card and put it back into your Wii. Alright, so I am back on my Wii. And I'm going to open up Riivolution. Oops, that's the wrong menu. Let's go up. Ooh, my controller's bugging. There we go. And you're going to hit start. Again, it should take a couple of seconds to launch up. If you do get an error code, just hit A and go again. And loading. It's going to load a second. And there it should say Mariokart Midnight. There it is. I had 2 pages up, so yours will say Mariokart Midnight. It won't have the Formula Kart. That's another file. Make sure to enable your Formula Kart or your Midnight in order to play it. And then you can go down, and if you want Mii heads or anything, you can enable them. But for the most part, you're good to go, and you can launch it, and you now have Mariokart Midnight. And we will launch it up real quick just to make sure. Online interactions is the same as regular Mario Kart Wii. And there you have Mario Kart Midnight. Okay, so the first thing that you are going to need to do in order to get Mario Kart Midnight onto your Wii U is you're going to need an SD card. Specifically an SDHC SD card, and it has to be between 2 to 32 gigabytes. Or else it will not read into the console. This is what mine looks like. You can buy it off of Amazon. There's one that looks directly like this. And what you're going to need to do with the SD card is you're going to need to download the files. I put a link down below to a Google Drive. All you're going to do is download the files to the root of the SD card. So the first thing that you're going to want to do in order to get the Homebrew channel is you're going to go to your settings, or specifically your internet browser. So I'm just going to go down to the internet browser, and it's going to load up. And then from here, it should go onto your Wii U gamepad. Mine's right here. It's a little bit bright, but we'll be able to do that. And what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to type in the code up top. Now I will have some text rolling through, but I do not currently have it on my screen, so I'm gonna just copy off it. And then once you search it up, it should pop up with a screen like this. It's gonna say run 5.5 exploit. You're gonna hit run exploit. It's going to load on your Wii U. And it's gonna go to white like that. And then it's constantly gonna load. It's gonna take a second until you get to this section that says wolf hacks. Mine's right here, and it should be displayed on the screen. It's gonna be the same thing. You're gonna tap on that wolf hacks icon, and you're gonna hit load. Now you are going to need the SSD files that I put on the screen earlier. Alright, and then you're gonna press A to back up your MKWII channel and inject wolf hacks. I've already done this. Actually, I'll go ahead and do it. It says doing ISO, and then exploit is done, and successfully injected wolf hacks. So from here, you are good to go. It's gonna launch back up, and we are going to go into the virtual Alrighty then, now that we are on our Wii, we're gonna hit A here, and then you're gonna go into your MKWII channel. Because you just injected the wolf hacks into the MKWII channel, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. It's gonna take a second to loot. Fat INT, and then it'll launch it. This software must not be sold neither alone nor as part of a bundle. Yeah, this is free. Please, yes, do not pay for this. Just an inconvenience in general. And it'll take a second, and then it'll say press 1 to continue. Your Wii remote will turn off like mine did right here. I was using the Wii remote now that I don't have to use the gamepad, and it'll take a second, and then it'll say press 1 to continue. There it is. We pressed 1, and here you go. Hit continue. Now you can install the Homebrew channel. I already have the Homebrew channel installed, so I don't need to. So boom, there you go. And once you hit that, it'll install the Homebrew channel onto your virtual Wii. You can now exit. It'll reboot. Oh, my bad, it'll load you into the Homebrew channel. I already have Riivolution and all that stuff. If you hit home, you can go back, and then you can go to exit to system menu. And it's gonna launch back up your virtual Wii. And then there you have it. So your Homebrew channel is right here. And then up next, I'm going to show you how to get Riivolution, which is over here. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to your browser. You're going to want to type in Riivolution. And then you're going to open up the Riivolution website that is right here. You're going to go to downloads. Click off the ad. It'll come right here and it'll say download Riivolution. You're going to hit that. Riivolution will install. I already installed a version, so it'll say 2, but it will also be in the Riivolution file. And you're going to need a zip extractor for it. I'm just putting mine onto my drive. If you need one, WinRAR is a really good one, or bzip is what I have. Yes, we're going to replace the file. And now we have that on there. You're going to open up the file, and you're going to take all of these, and you're going to throw it on to your SD card. So I'm just going to throw the Riivolution file onto my SD card, which is in here. So I'm going to throw it in right here. Replace file destination. This is for a video, so yours might be empty, but once you're done with that, you are good. Alright, sorry about that. And then now, once you have the Riivolution folder on your root of your SD card, you're going to create a folder. You're going to title it apps. And then once that's done, you are going to drag and drop that Riivolution folder into the apps folder. And then I like to copy and paste it, and put it on the root as well, just to make sure. It kind of helps secure it, but that is not a required process. You can only put it in the apps and it will still load the program. Alright, and then once that's done, we can now enter back into our Wii U. Alright, now that you're back on your Wii, you're going to want to open up the Homebrew channel again that we installed earlier. It's gonna take a little bit of a second. I have these 2 files. They're just for playing Mariokart Wii, but you should only have the Riivolution patcher. You can open it up through here and hit load. It will load up now. It's gonna take a little bit of a second. And now that you can see that your Riivolution folder is loaded and good, there should be a button right over here that says install. You can install it onto your main page of your virtual Wii that's in your Wii U. That way it can be a channel that you can just enter in from here instead of launching it through Homebrew. You should have nothing on here right now because we haven't added Mariokart Midnight, but that's what I'm going to show you how to do right now. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get back on your browser, and you're going to type in Mariokart Midnight. And it's going to pop up with this link to the TalkDom website, which is where we get all of our Mariokart Wii mods. You're going to hit it right here, and then you're going to go over to your right, and you're going to download the file. I already have the file downloaded. I don't need to, but you can go over to this mega file, and you can download it right here. It'll give you this Mariokart Midnight zipped file. Now, once you have that file, it's going to give you one file. You're going to open up that file, and you're going to get these 2 files that are Midnight and Riivolution. And once you have those, you're going to go and you're going to copy it into your SD card like that. And then you're going to replace the Riivolution file that is on it. Unless you have different mods or anything. But if you only want the Mariokart Midnight file, you can replace it. But let's say you do have other mods on your computer, you can just open up this Riivolution folder and copy and paste it into the one that's in your SD card. So what you're going to do is you're going to copy it, replace it. Theoretically, if you don't have it, I don't have it, it's going to replace. And you're going to drag and drop your Midnight file onto the root of your SD card. And mine's already in here right here. And then once you're done with that, we can go back over to the Wii U and make sure that it works. Alright, and then once you have your Wii U loaded up, you're going to go over to the Riivolution channel, hit start, it will load up. It's going to load. There you go. This is what your page should look like whenever you load in. Make sure you enable Mario Kart Midnight. It will be disabled. And if you have CTGP, you can go over here and turn on your CTGP, my stuff, and you can launch the game. So we're gonna go ahead and load it. So there we go. There you go. There's Mario Kart Midnight for you. The first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to type in Dolphin emulator. Now this is a very popular emulator for GameCube games and Wii games. Used a lot around the community, and this is how we play it on our PC. Type in Dolphin. You're going to want to download Dolphin right here, and you're going to download the one for Windows. Basically, it's going to give you this Dolphin file, which is right over here on my computer. It'll give you everything in here, and that's how you play it. I have mine down here. It's the same as this file. I'll just hit it right here. You would hit Dolphin right here. And then this is the emulator and how we play it. And type in Mario Kart Midnight. There you go. You're going to go over here. You're going to go to that download right there that's under the mega file, and you're gonna download it right here. Now it's gonna give you a big file that says Mario Kart Midnight. You're gonna open up that file, it'll be zipped, and it'll give you 2 extra files titled Midnight and Riivolution. I throw everything on my desktop so I can look at it, but that's where you're gonna find it. And then once you're done with that, you're gonna go to your documents, or I prefer to go down to the search bar, and you're gonna type in Dolphin emulator, and it'll give you the file version of Dolphin emulator. You need this one, not the actual emulator. After that, you're gonna go to load. You're gonna go to Riivolution, and you're gonna drop both of these files into the Riivolution portion. And yep, just making sure everything's good. Yep, you're just gonna drag and drop these 2 in here. And once you're done with that, you can close out of it. Go over to your Mario Kart Wii file. Right click on it. Start with Riivolution patches. And it'll give you this option. It'll give you all the My Stuff things, and it'll say Mario Kart Midnight. Make sure that's enabled, and then you're going to hit start. It's going to give you the ISO for the file. And you should be good. It's gonna launch. I do not have a controller connected. Funny enough, I need to connect mine into it right now. Gotta pop this little tab up. If you do have a regular Wii remote, there's a little sync button right here. You can hold it down. There's Mario Kart Midnight, but I'll show you how to connect the controllers real quick for it. All you have to do is go to the controller settings. Yours will say emulated Wii remote, and if you do not have a Wii remote, you can kind of create your own right here. I'll go ahead and do it. You can hit configure and then change the buttons on your keyboard to the actual Wii remote. But let's say you do have a real Wii remote. All you do is go to real Wii remote, hold down the sync button on the back, which should be right here. Hold it down. And turn on continuous scanning, and it'll scan for your Wii remote. And it'll connect like that. And so now it works on your Wii, and I'll just kind of prove it real quick by loading up the ISO patcher again. Start with Riivolution patches. Start up. Hit it again. There we go. Just like that. And as you can see, I'm hitting back and forth, and it is going. And that's how you get Mario Kart Midnight on your PC.
So, what did we learn from this video? That's right! Get Mario Kart Midnight! I guarantee you guys will have a blast. Not only did I have a lot of fun with this, but again, my community had a lot of fun with this as well. It was just so fun. Speaking of which, actually, if you do want to join the community and you haven't already, There's a Discord server down below in my description. Go ahead and join that. I feel like you'll have a lot of fun. I'm also a Twitch streamer, again, lemonmilk.ttv. Other than that, that's basically all I have for you guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this rant/chill video. If you did, consider subscribing to the Lemon Army. I'll tell you what, there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff coming out, and again, you could participate in it. Good luck out there, people, and stay hydrated. Peace out.